Everybody, Justin, Amps and Sound. In front of us, we have our XL, and she's bigger than I expected. It's bigger than I expected. So, about 4 years ago, we started development on our latest, probably our last generation of output transformers. The work has been long and drawn out, lots of listening sessions, lots of feedback, and I asked for some goals to be met with our transformer designer and never giving thought to space and weight. That's never been something that I've given consideration to. And it might have nipped me in the butt this time, finally. I don't think we're ever going to build an amp bigger than this one, ever. So the transformers finally came back. Prototypes and pre-productions came back, and the cores were, we traditionally would build our Red Octobers and Nautiluses and Black Pearls on a 20-watt core. So it's about this big. And to do what we wanted to do, which was to increase the interleaving, the intermixing, or the combining of layers of the transformer significantly, what we wanted to do was not increase the wattage capacity of the transformer, but increase the interleaving and allow for more advanced winding techniques that we had available to us. But we needed space, so we moved to our 30-watt cores. The 30-watt cores are like this big each. Unfortunately, they just could not fit on a Red October or Black Pearl or Nautilus chassis. We really tried. Our manufacturing partner, when it came to chassis, actually has these in a 3D rendering program similar to Altrium, so things can be moved around and their spatial composition in relation to other things. And we just could not find a way to keep the existing chassis size and have a 50% increase in transformer size. Just couldn't happen. So this still will fit on a rack, thank goodness, but Crisco will get you in there. I believe that it is now 19 inches instead of 17 and a half inches wide. And it is 14 inches deep. The width and height and depth are not really as interesting a consideration as much as the weight. It's 98 pounds. Did not expect it to be so heavy. When we were doing the metal work, one of my technicians always said, why don't you always go up in the metal gauge? I think he was being a smart ass when he said this initially. I know he was, until we started coming out with heavier amps. But the idea stuck, and so the Black Pearl, as it got bigger transformers, bigger engines, it got heavier metal. And so the combination of heavier metal chassis, bigger output transformers, what also coincided was we had two more developments. We had new power transformers made for us. Doesn't actually change anything about the performance in the sense of electrical performance, but actually reduced mechanical hum. So it was just a change of winding technique. Because we've been building on our platform for so long, we know what individual changes could do. And we just moved the orientation of the coils, and we're able to get a quieter transformer for it. And so the XLs get that. And we had new input transformers made, which are more compatible with more mid-tier DACs. So we have always had input transformers that asked a lot of the DACs. I love big core transformers, especially on the inputs. They have a certain tonal property, but you have to have a very robust, good DAC output stage to handle it. And at this point, we invested in having the input transformers moved onto a different platform. Still the same big core, but more compatible. So what the XL gives to us is a known circuit, known topology with the 300Bs, that same tonal purity that we've always wanted, mechanically quieter, flatter frequency response, greater tonal depth, right, and better input transformers. And 12 to 16 pounds heavier, depending on the calculations. So here's our XL. Let's see if I can get her off without nicking myself. We're really, really proud of her. At 98 pounds, it's a little silly, but I grew up around laboratory equipment that never left, and now I've built some equipment that is likely to never leave. And I guess it's kind of full circle in that way too. Hope you guys enjoy.